All right, after 10 days, we're finally back. It's a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, my daily in-depth, deep dive into the weather for the Mahoning and Shenango Valleys. I was out of town last week at the National Weather Association annual meeting in Norfolk, Virginia. Beautiful area. Met a lot of great people in the weather enterprise, connected with some people who I hadn't seen in a long time, including some classmates. And got to meet, one of my meteorological heroes. I'm not alone, certainly, Jim Cantori. That was a lot of fun to meet Jim at the broadcaster dinner a week ago tonight. So the Weather Enterprise is a small community, but it's very tightly knit, and we had a good time and learned a lot down in Norfolk. All right, back in action today, and some September statistics for you. We still have 11 days to go in the month, and boy, it's been a warm one. We've only had 4 below average days. The pattern that we had for most of the summer has continued right into September, and we're 5 degrees above average now for the month. Now, if the month ended today, it would be the third warmest September on record in Youngstown. Now, of course, we still have some time left in the month, but with these types of temperatures that we have in the forecast this week, I think we've got a legitimate shot at having the warmest September on record. Because we only need to go up another 1.5 degrees, and we've got 10 or 11 days to do it. So, I think that's within the realm of possibility, given that we're going to have highs in the mid-80s for a lot of this week. All right, the story at the start of the day was the fog today. Now, this time lapse starts at 5 a.m. Was no fog on our camera in Boardman at 5, but as we got closer to sunrise, the fog just moved in, and it became like pea soup for a while, for a few hours anyway. The fog did burn off mid to late morning, leaving us with sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. So, it's a foggy time of the year. Late August, September, October, that is fog season. The nights get longer. You have still a lot of moisture near the ground a lot of times, and temperatures cool off at night. You get some fog. Could we have a repeat of this tonight? I doubt it's quite as widespread tonight, but especially in the river valleys and the low-lying areas, Mahoning River Valley, the Shenango River Valley, kind of the typical low-lying spots. I think there could be some locally dense fog at the start of the day on Tuesday. After that, though, bright and sunny for the rest of the day. It'll look like today. It'll feel like today. It's pretty much a rinse and repeat forecast for the next couple of days. All right, broad view of the country this evening. Still a severe weather threat out across parts of the Midwest, including Iowa and northern Missouri. Some much-needed rain today for parts of the East Coast, especially up in southern New England. You may know that Massachusetts, the Boston area, in a severe drought. And so they got a welcome drink of water today. Western New York is on par with parts of New England with the drought situation. They weren't as lucky today, although they did get some rain over the weekend. Well, they've got some rain down in Southern California and into parts of southwest Arizona this evening. So that's a welcome sight for them. This map doesn't look like September, though. A lot of warm air across the country. It's late September evening, and it looks more like July or August, with a lot of 90s stretching up through the middle of the country, and above-average air finds its way into the east as well. All right, the next couple of days, not much of a weather story here locally, aside from the warmth. This front, no consequence really for us. It'll reinforce the somewhat cooler air at night, tomorrow night, behind it. We're up into the upper 50s tonight, and probably mid-50s tomorrow night. That's really the only change. It's going to warm right back up during the day on Wednesday into the low 80s. And then on Thursday, as that high slips east, the wind comes back around to the southeast. This isn't record territory, but we're going to be almost 15 degrees above average Thursday and into Friday. What about the dew points? Now, it was a muggy weekend. Dew points slowly retreated today. Dew points will continue that process of retreating for Tuesday night, and Wednesday. Then they're going to jump at the end of the week. It's really going to feel like midsummer at the end of this week. We're going to be in the mid-80s. Dew points are going to be in the mid-60s. It's going to be steamy. Great swimming weather as autumn begins Thursday at 10:21 a.m. Then the dew points will retreat pretty significantly, however briefly, over the weekend. And we'll get a cooler air mass in here for the weekend as well. Let's dive into the longer range here. Taking a look at the temperature anomalies here on the European model as we go out through time. Notice all the warmer than average air here through the end of the week. This is Friday. Then as we go into the weekend, this cool front slides in. Now the heart of the cool air will be aimed at New England. But we will see some cool air get in here for the weekend. Just kind of back to average, really. By the weekend, our average highs are around 69, 70 degrees. So even if it cools off to 75 Saturday, 71 Sunday, that's still at or above average. It's just not a It's not the kind of pattern that's going to produce a day where it's 8 degrees below average. We haven't seen that in months, and we're not going to see it anytime real soon either. So again, cool front for the weekend, knocking us back closer to average by the end of the weekend. Then as we go into early next week, it looks like there will be another front that tries to slide in. This is next Tuesday, the 27th. Notice the temperature anomalies here do retreat back to average. We could have a few days upper 60s for highs. Again, just average. That sounds cool. Last week of September, though, that's our average high. Hard to believe when we're in the middle of this July-like pattern that we really should be closer to 70. Anyway, that cool down early next week back to average. Last couple of days, and then there's not a lot of cool air. In fact, a lot of warm air again, shown by the modeling here at the end of September, start of October. Here's October 1st. There's no blue in Ohio and throughout the eastern U.S. It's all out in the northwest, and it looks to stay above average if the European model has the right idea here, and it has some support of the other modeling right into the first week of October. So this shows up in the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, showing a lot of above average temperatures east of the Rockies. October on the latest climate model shown to be pretty mild, jiving with the 3-month outlook put out by the National Weather Service, the Climate Prediction Center. This was put out 4 days ago and covers the next 3 months, so taking us into the middle of December. It's still looking above average. Now, there'll be chilly days, there'll be below average days here and there, but as a pattern as a whole, there's not much of a let-up shown from the mild pattern through the next couple of months. So that's the way it looks right now. We'll see how it plays out. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11, and we'll have another video just like this coming your way Tuesday evening right about this same time.